Boom.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, welcome.
Who is excited?
Thumbs up.
Yes,
There
lots
we
of
go.
good people. They know what to do. We are super excited. We know that you are super excited. Thank you for joining us tonight. We wanted to make sure that for everybody that was at a Super Saturday and everybody that wasn't at Super Saturday got the first scoop on what all is inside this awesome success kit. So we're going to jump right back in. Phil is really off on the whole interaction today.
I'm off. Okay. I can't wait to see where you go with this.
Why?
Because.
Okay, well, where do you want to go with this before we start?
Okay, so you're going to talk about the success kit. What's the agenda for tonight? Let's start there.
I said the agenda is all about learning about the Welcome Kit tonight.
Okay.
For those of us that have seen it, we're going to talk through it and maybe how to use it. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is going to show you why you're going to want to get it when they're available come February 1st.
And why it's going to be such a powerful tool when you're bringing on new ambassadors, because it's going to show them in one complete kit how to start their business and take it to the whole another level.
Yes. Any announcement?
And then at the end of this, let's make sure we open it up for questions. So we'll give you plenty of time for questions at the end. Okay, cool.
Awesome. Okay, so the kit, here we go. Looks like this. The very cool thing my kids said when they looked at it when we came home on Saturday night was, it feels like you poured Slim on it. And so for those of you who haven't seen it, this whole kit was really created to create an experience. And if there was not one thing that I learned that hopefully most of you heard over and over again at your Super Saturdays, is that it doesn't matter what we're selling. It doesn't matter how much we're selling it for. The biggest or number one success component, if you will, to your business and growing a business and growing a team is going to be the experience that you provide for somebody else while they interact with you. And so this kit allows you to have that. That's going to give them some texture. It's nice and shiny. It looks professional.
Yeah, let me jump in on that. So this, if you've ever bought Beats or any Apple product, this has the same sort of professional wrapping and appeal. Those of you who have it probably shake your heads, but it is done like it is like you're buying a $200 product. I mean, it's really, really well done. Okay, so what happens when you open it?
Well, you have to figure out how to open it first. But
okay, so it opens from the side.
Opens from
where
the
it says "Open here."
We're women; we don't always read that.
Okay, so the first thing you see is,
what if this could change everything? And we really, for those of us who've been around a while, even for those of you who are new, you probably heard some of that verbiage from the person that shared with you. It's something that we hear commonly from corporate. It's something we hear all the time within our testimonies. And it really starts getting somebody thinking about, what if this really, truly could change everything?
the first thing
that you're going to see when you open up your package is this cute little card that says you can do it. And I'm going to play it for you as we open it.
So you lift it up.
Welcome to Plexus. I'm Charles Robinson, your CEO. And on behalf of everyone here at home office in Scottsdale, Arizona, and our ambassadors across the globe, we're glad you're joining the team. Welcome to Plexus.
If he comes through. We don't need to hear the whole message. They can listen when they get it. But we hear a message from our CEO, Charles Robinson. The card, in fact, says you can do it. This really could change everything. So it almost answers the question that's in the box, which is kind of cool. And then in here, all those signatures that you saw are from the people at corporate. And if you've been with this business a while, you'll start to recognize those. And so while it's a little catchy, or kitschy is the word I guess I would use, what a neat experience for somebody that's brand new to our company to feel like that they're having a connection with home office.
Okay. So then, as you see here, kind of like a Beats box, like again, if you bought a pair of Beats, there's this little red opening here. We open it up, and in here are a few things. There's the product guide.
Well, a list of all of the things that are in the box are on this side, which is awesome, so that you can make sure your kit has in it what it's supposed to have in it. The very first thing that you will see is this quick start guide.
And here's what I love about this. Look at the bottom there. Open me first. I mean, so simple. Even I could do this.
And so then there's 10 like little get started kind of action items, and they have check marks. Be the product of the product. Get to know your new ambassador success kit. State your why. Set your business goals. Connect with your sponsor or upline. Make your Franks list. Set up 3 face-to-face gatherings. Set up your back office. Explore the Plexus Learning Center, and then last, get connected and stay connected. Again, you guys, this is what we all strive to do and communicate each and every time we add an ambassador to our team. But how many times do you feel like maybe you cover a couple of them and then you forget? Or maybe you try to cover any of them and so-and-so is not available, or they won't return your phone call. This is ensuring us, whether they read it, we don't know, but they're getting this in their hands. This is invaluable, because if somebody calls you and says, well, Sherry Spangler, she never helped me. Well, did you ever look in your box? Did you look at what's in your kit? She can direct them back to that. Or if she's in a different town, she can feel like she can be successful without somebody there to hold her hand. You want me to talk about this now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Phil's dug apart the box, which most people will probably do, get to the bottom of it and see what's there. And there's actually this cute little bracelet that says Plexus on it. It's a really lightweight metal. It just slides on your wrist, and it's fairly unisex, I think. I'll see if I can get Phil to wear it. I don't know. But again, a great conversation piece of something that you can wear and have your new ambassador can have immediately that allows them not to have to wait for a t-shirt or a hat, but has something that can drum up Plexus in a conversation.
Okay.
The next thing he handed me are these product guide cards. I think, John, you're on here somewhere. You were asking about what these cards, the product cards are. These are awesome. Taryn made a suggestion yesterday on the page. Throw these in your purse, ladies. Guys, you could certainly carry this in your laptop bag or have them available to you in your car as you're out. I used these today already. I had a girl call me, and she was at the doctor's office, and she's like, tell me what it is that's in Slim and the reason why I don't get bloated when I use Slim. And we could get caught off guard. She was at the doctor. I didn't have the time at this time to go onto the team page. I literally read the back of it and felt like, you know what, this will answer the gist of what the doctor's asking her. And so I took a snapshot, sent it to her, and then gave literally a little 1-sentence blurb about why I felt like that in combination with the ProBio and the cleanse, why it addressed inflammation so well. It helps me. The other awesome thing is that on the back of it, the very last sheet, and it's hard to kind of see in the light, sorry, but there is a pricing guide.
Longer. There you go.
So this is awesome, where we have talked in the past about carrying a catalog with you, and I still think catalogs are great to have tools to use. These cards have one small little package that has everything in it that you need. Each card, Phil showed you a card,
yeah,
but each card is going to give you a picture, just so you know, a picture and a description, something that you could learn or even just reference. And then on the back, it has talking points as well as what you might say, and then companion products. So there is no reason at all, whether you know what you're talking about or not to share, because you have everything in your fingertips to lead to it. And I promise you, if somebody sees you pull out the cards, they're not going to think any less of you or the product. They're going to probably actually appreciate it more, and they'll believe you'll be more believable because it's coming off of printed information.
Okay.
All right. This is
We'll go with this first or this?
I'd really rather go with that, but that's okay.
Go ahead.
This is Learn to Earn. So this is going to be your little compensation booklet. Everything is done very high quality. Again, like Phil said, talking about likening it to Apple or to the Beats. But this breaks it down by the 11 ways that you get paid with an in-depth explanation. So in combination with this, we have our YouTube videos. We have a compensation plan that you can print off and keep with you. But this is a nice little handy, again, something you could carry with you in your pocketbook or your purse, or when you're out, if you're going to meet with a potential ambassador, to share and let them thumb through and read for themselves. And in each of the items, there's also an index, which I love. So you're not going, oh gosh, I know I saw it in here, like the catalog where you've gone back and forth 3 or 4 times. This allows you to know exactly what kind of information you want to address and go through that there. So all this is really high quality card stock as well.
Okay, so we mentioned the first thing. It says open me first, the quick start guide. After that, you've got the success guide, okay? And this is a total of 83 pages. And what I love about this is whether you've been in network marketing before or not, like us, we've never been it before, this takes you from your whys all the way through your first party and how you can be successful starting your Plexus business. The other thing is, what I really liked, I noticed today, is at the back, there's a glossary of terms. So all these things and all this lingo that we use in Plexus that we take for granted, people can know exactly what cash and carry sales or a business launch or an achievement bonus, all those things that we take for granted are in the glossary of terms so new people can understand and get familiar with Plexus speech.
Right. And Diamond Ambassador, achievement bonus. There's some great things that we probably throw around that people are somewhat clueless to until they're into the business for a while.
But you'll want your new ambassadors to literally go from the quick start guide to the success guide, go through the 83 pages because it won't take them that long. And one of the pages that we highlight that Jen and I started working on tonight, again, we're 2.5 years in this, but this is like brand new. We love this. We're like, okay, we're brand new ambassadors. Let's do this like we're brand new, is when they talk about organizing your Franks list. And what does Franks stand for?
So you're going to ask me, and it's on here. But so a Franks list is your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighborhood, kids, or what your kids are involved in, and services or service-oriented people. So this gives you we literally just took a copy from the page, and it is on, what page I have this written down? On page 14 in your book, in your new success guide. We went and copied it, so we kept our book nice and pretty. And this is like 3 or 4 minutes. We sat down and started saying, let's jog out some names. 2.5 years in, the cool thing about this is this box really gives you a great visual to see where you are. You know, sometimes when you start lining a piece of notebook paper and you're writing out names, it's like, oh, I have a ton on my paper. Maybe you have 30. This gives us an example. We counted, this is like 28 names, but we did this in 3 or 4 minutes. So those of you that are new, you should be able to fill this pretty quickly. For those of you that have been around, really challenge yourself to think, and this will be a good memory jogger. Leave this on your fridge or in your bathroom somewhere where you're out daily and continue to add to it. But a great way to build your business.
Okay, the next thing is I'm a big fan of this. And if you want to be a professional.
Wait, slow down. We haven't finished this.
Okay.
Sorry. So some other things that we wanted to touch on, and this is being such a goofy, is that this also talks about how to utilize Facebook and social media as to your maximum benefit. How to take a before and after picture, how to post that effectively, how to take a selfie. There is so much more information in this.
It tells you how to take a selfie?
Yeah, I think so. Why are you ignoring me? I mean,
I'm setting you up.
Right. Really need some help there. Talking through objections. I think Phil briefly mentioned that's in here. How to do your why, what it is that you need to think about in order to create your why. So make sure that you have read through this before you ask or expect your ambassadors to read through this. Because the whole point of having this guide, or this Bible, if you will, for your Plexus business, is that when somebody asks you a question and they reference and say, well, gosh, on page 56, it talks about online sales, and I'm not really sure I understand all of that. You will have this book, which is great, but you want to make sure that you've read it and you're somewhat familiar. And okay, that's all I'm going to say about that, because you're leaning back and you're ready.
No, I'm good. That's good.
Right.
What are some? You know what? What are some pages that you highlighted that stood out to you?
Well, so talking about your why is on page 8. Doing your Franks list, we just said, is on page 13 and 14. What an income producing activity is and how to build your day around building an income producing activities. That's page 16. The Facebook is page 28. how to do your before and afters is page 31. Using social media to your for your business is 38 and 39. Hosting an event is page 40, which I thought was great. Handling objections is page 45 and 46. So, yes.
So quite a few.
Lots of great information.
And then the perfect 10. We talked about that at convention. Hopefully talked about it at every location. But what's a perfect 10 day? They talk about that on page
65.
Okay.
So I will reference the book because I posted it today on the team page. Wanted y'all to use that. Sorry.
Turning to page 65.
So, how to have a perfect 10 week is that you should be sharing Plexus 3 times. Sharing the products with 3 people, sharing the opportunity with 3 people, and sometimes those are going to overlap. Share your skills with 3 team members, which means your downline, reaching out and talking to them, helping them, training, making phone calls, meeting with them. Participate in 1 Plexus event. So our Zoom meeting tonight would be considered a Plexus event. Maybe you're going to go to a sip and see or even another training, and then that creates your perfect 10.
Cool.
So, and it's good too because this means that you don't have to have 8 hours a day to do all of these things, right? I don't work my business 8 hours a day. Even with the size of a team that we have, you can really literally do it in 15 to 30 minutes a day if you're really diligent with your time.
Okay.
With your time.
Last 2 pieces in this box, and as I was going to say before Jen paused me, if to be a professional, a handwritten thank you note goes a long way. I still do handwritten thank yous for people that I come across in business all the time. I've got my own stationery. And Plexus includes, I think it's 5, just thank you cards. So talk about that for a second.
Thank you cards go a long way, as many of you know. You can send a thank you card to a new preferred customer. You can send a thank you card to a new ambassador. You can send a thank you card to someone who's given you the opportunity to share. Or even I've sent thank you cards for a referral. If somebody sent me information or sent me someone to me and they ended up purchasing or becoming an ambassador. There's lots of opportunities. It might even be to your upline. Y'all don't send your thank you cards to me. You save them for your customers. But you might send it to your upline to say, hey, thanks, or somebody else that has really inspired you with your Plexus business to say, I really appreciate what you've poured into me. There's never a time that giving words of thanks come back void, ever. So make a habit of that and let that be kind of a jump start if that's not something you normally would do.
Okay. And this is the last thing.
And then they give you promotional tools to have something in your hand immediately to give out. Now, I would say this is called What If This Could Change Everything? And it's a really nice little pamphlet. Thank you. That talks about our business, what makes us different, some of the financial testimonies, how our company works, how you earn money with the company.
So it's everything condensed down into a small pamphlet.
Right. And this is something that you would give to somebody who is either already been a customer and has had some success and is starting to send you referrals and is sharing like, how do I get this as a wholesale ambassador? Or someone that you feel like has the potential to really take this as a business opportunity and run with it. Do not give this out to every person that you talk to. Be wise and choosy, for lack of a better word, if that's even a word. Think about who would really benefit from this, or maybe if you're in a doctor's office or somewhere that you frequent on a regular basis, if you ask that you can leave it there on the coffee table or something while people wait. If you do that, make sure that you put your information on the back, or staple a card, staple several cards so people can pull one off, or have some sort of label with both your ID number as well as your website. Do that on all of your information. But this gives you the chance that this collectively really sets you up to be ready to go, ready to run and just take your business to the next level. With this in hand, I think that everybody is going to be primed and set up to go silver within the first 30 to 60 days. if you're sharing and utilizing the kit, I think that there's no reason why that's not an achievable and attainable goal.
And I don't know if everyone's got this. I know in Dallas we got this, but the goal of the next 10 days is get 3 ambassadors. That was the goal for everyone.
Right.
I see Christine Medina. I see Adriana Lujan. You were in Dallas.
She's shaking her head, yes.
You got 9 more days. Amanda was there. Yeah, there we go.
If you'll hand me the box, Amanda got an ambassador while she was there.
Boom.
So, and I love this. On the very back of the box, there's a disclaimer. If you've been on Facebook at all today, you've probably seen this, but it's really cute, and I'll read it to you. This product has been reviewed and approved by a growing number of men and women who decided that they love Plexus. People who have taken Plexus products and those who have become Plexus ambassadors may demonstrate an increase in happiness and general joy in life, an increase in financial possibility, and a potential to increase free time with their families. The side effects may include an increase in fulfilling relationships, a general trend toward optimum weight, and conceivable increase in overall health and money. If you experience any of these, please consult your friends and don't hesitate to share the opportunity with them. And that is it's really great because we can have a little bit of fun, but we know it's the truth. And to be able to share and again have this be the thing that came home to that comes in the mail to all of these people that we've yet to share with. If you remember back when you were excited, I remember being super excited about the plain plastic bag that came with my products because I felt like I knew that something was going to happen awesome for us. I can't even imagine what I would have felt like had we received that.
Okay, so speaking of that, who's going to get these and when?
So obviously they were handed out to all Super Saturday attendees. They will start to be shipped to all new ambassadors starting on January 18th, which is next Monday. So if you have people that you're priming and you've been talking to, do a little tease even and say, you know what, you don't want to sign up yet today. You don't want to sign up. Let's wait till Monday. I will walk you through and get you signed up on Monday and get you this new kit because we want them to have it in hand. And then for all of our ambassadors that have not received or been able to purchase one yet, you will be available to do that starting in February 1. There will not be a limit to the number of welcome kits that you can purchase. They're $16.99. And so I know we will be purchasing some to use as incentive for people as they turn silver if they don't want to spend their own money. If you're a leader, if you're choosing to grow a team, I highly recommend that if you have some ambassadors on your team that you either do a contest like Crede is doing. I think Crede is doing something for the next 5 people that turn silver. They're going to get one for free. We are actually going to give one out on Sunday at our Team Mango training to somebody in Team Mango for attending our training on Sunday. So there's lots of fun opportunities to get it. Make the investment in yourself if you don't win one and you haven't received one yet. Make sure you have the success in hand. A lot of it you're going to go, well, I've already heard that. You still need the success kit. You need to have it.
Huge. All right, so I'll open up to questions.
Yeah.
And then we'll stop the recording and do a couple other wrap-ups. So,
okay. Any
questions? We rattled through that pretty quick.
I do.
All right, fire away.
It's just the toes. That big. New computer, haven't figured out everything out yet. Do you think they're going to have the thank you cards and those what if things sold on their own?
I'm thinking so. That would have been a great question to ask Misha, who's in charge of all that, who was in Dallas with us this weekend. But I can send her an email to get confirmation on that one way or another. But I would assume that we would be able to.
I'll take that as a takeaway.
Okay.
All right. Good question. Any others?
Thank you.
You bet, Lori.
So with the new welcome pack, can we order it now and then on the 1st it'll be shipped, or do we have to wait till the 1st to order it?
Yeah, they won't be good question. They won't be available to order until the 1st.
Okay.
So as soon as we know or we see that come through, we'll send a message to the team, and I know that we'll flood. It'd be kind of like the P96. I'm guessing there'll be a huge flood of orders.
Right.
So we'll have a launch party ready to go to buy those.
Right. And as soon as we get word that they're coming down the pike, we'll let you guys know for sure.
The pike or the pipe?
The pike, whatever. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah. All right. Good.
Other questions? Anything else that you guys that have the kit already that you love about it that we didn't talk about? I can't believe Erica's comment that she could do without the card when it's Carl's voice she could have in her ear every single night.
Bull.
I think she's over the Taro thing, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, Chance.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there might be a replacement there.
Yeah.
It's the Hey Tanny.
The Hey Tanny. Oh, look at him shooting up the guns.
Yeah.
I can't control these things.
Oh, this is true. You can't. That's good that you have that
Yeah. Okay.
perspective.
Hilarious.
I have something to add.
Yeah.
Something that's common in my teams when they ask me questions is, okay, I made my Franks list. What do I do now? What I tell them to do is what I do. I have a desk calendar, and I plug in 5 to 7 of those people every day into my calendar, and every day I contact them, and then I do what's called a follow-up Friday. And on Friday, I go through and contact everybody that I have contacted 2 or 3 days prior. That way I keep a list, and if I get confused, I can always go back and say, oh, I talked to them on this day. Okay, I'll follow up Friday.
That's awesome.
Great
Love it,
idea.
Amanda.
Thanks,
That's a
Amanda.
great tip.
Another important thing is when you're following up on that Frank's list, when you're following up, and I know we heard this at training, and I know I've said it a million times before, it is so much harder to say no over the phone or in person than it is via text or email. I can tell you, I can say no really easy on text or email, but if I'm talking to you live, it's a little bit more difficult to say no to a human. So when you're setting up this Frank's list, take the 15 minutes and the 5 contacts, 3 minutes each, and just reach out by phone. At a minimum, if you want to let yourself off the hook, do a voice message via text, but don't just text those contacts saying, hey, interested in Plexus, because it's really easy to go, N-O, send. Cool. Erica, you were going to say something?
Yes, I really think this is cool how they set this up, because so many times we just sit down and make a list and we forget about like our kids' contact, like their parents and anybody that you know from volunteer hours or whatever. Like when I do the snack shack at basketball for Noah's band, whatever, you just forget about those people that you don't see on a regular basis. So this is a really good way to get organized and to really pinpoint everyone and not leave anyone behind.
And great point. And don't eliminate or assume. Just throw out names like, oh, I don't know if they'd really be interested. If you think of their name, put them on the list.
Especially if you think they can't afford it.
Yep.
Do not make that assumption for them.
Nope. Not at all. Good.
They'll share.
Anything else?
I saw on y'all's chat, and to address this too, there should be a video that will be in place with the box that will be the opportunity of a lifetime video.
Okay.
But, yeah.
It's not there for this time, but it will be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Future.
Cool.
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay. I'm going to
Roll Tide.
My next
Yep.
question.
James.